Today we're jumping straight into some sources you shared with us. It looks like a vocabulary list, mostly about using computers.
Yeah, that's right. And our plan, really, is to quickly run through these terms, figure out what's most important for you from this list, and maybe uncover a few interesting bits along the way.
Sounds good. So yeah, looking at it, it might seem pretty standard, but context is often key, right?
Absolutely. Even simple terms, when you see them together with the example sentences from the source, well, they can tell you quite a bit about common user experiences. And sometimes how we talk about tech gets a bit quirky.
Okay, let's get into it. The list covers, well, a few different areas. Problems, actions you take. Starting with the problems, we've got crash and malfunction. Now, crash. Most of us know that feeling. Everything just stops. The source says to stop working properly. Simple enough.
And malfunction is defined almost the same way, not working properly. They give an example of printer messing up. But I think the key thing, especially if you're familiar with computers, is the difference, the implication. A crash, like you said, it usually feels like a big system-wide failure. You probably need to restart everything.
Right, total stop.
Whereas a malfunction, that can be a bit broader, maybe less severe. Like a part isn't doing its job right. It could be slow or glitchy, like that printer example. It doesn't necessarily take the whole computer down.
Okay, so it's really about severity and scope. Crash is system. Malfunction could be just one part acting up. And when things do crash or malfunction, the source suggests calling the IT company or tech support, defined as a company that fixes computers.
Yeah. Again, basic definition. But the examples the source gives, like calling about a server problem, or because the system malfunctioned, they hint at something bigger.
Yeah.
IT support isn't just, fixing your laptop screen. They handle networks, servers, the big stuff. Their role is crucial when things go wrong on a larger scale, which seems implied here.
Makes sense. Okay, moving away from problems to actions. We have obtain, acquire. Means to get something.
Right. And in a tech context, this often means getting software, maybe a license key, or downloading a file. It's about taking possession of something digital. One example was acquired new software from the internet. So, yeah, getting things.
Then there's search, look for, which is to try to find something.
Pretty straightforward. You're looking for a file on your computer or using a search bar online. It's about discovery.
Your list also has browse, navigate. The source says to look in the computer, like looking through folders for photos. How's that different from search?
Good question. They're related, definitely.
Yeah.
But browse or navigate usually implies you're sort of exploring. Maybe you know roughly where something is and you're clicking through folders, looking around visually.
Like wandering through the file system.
Exactly. Whereas search typically means using a specific tool, like the search bar, to find something based on criteria, like a name or keyword. It can look across many places you aren't actively clicking through. Two different ways to find things.
Got it. And speaking of finding things, the source mentions comprehensive. It means having all the information, used in an example like a comprehensive guide to fixing computer issues.
And that word highlights something really valued in tech fields, right? A comprehensive guide is the goal for good documentation. It means it covers everything, ideally. All the steps, all the potential issues.
So you don't have to hunt around elsewhere.
Precisely. It's the opposite of getting bits and pieces of information.
Okay. On the flip side, there's a corrupt file, defined as a damaged file.
Yeah, this is a specific kind of problem, affecting just one file usually. The data inside gets scrambled or lost somehow, making the file unusable. And the source links it back to our actions. I tried to look for the report, but it seems like a corrupt file, so you might find it using search or browse, but it's no good.
Right. Now, here's where it gets maybe a bit unexpected. This list of tech terms includes the phrase, go upstairs soon.
Yeah, that one stands out.
The source even notes it's not directly computer-related, but then gives these examples, please go upstairs soon and check if the router is working, and please go upstairs soon and restart the modem.
And that's what's fascinating, isn't it? A totally normal, everyday phrase suddenly becomes a very specific technical instruction because of the context. Checking or restarting your router or modem. That's basic troubleshooting 101 for internet problems.
And if that hardware happens to be upstairs in your house or office,
then go upstairs soon is the literal, precise command for that technical action. It's not jargon, but its meaning here is purely technical.
It really shows how tech instructions can mix specific technical actions with, well, completely ordinary language that just depends on the physical setup.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other common phrases might take on specific technical meanings, just depending on the situation?
So, thinking about this whole list, what does it mean for you, the listener? We've seen the definitions, sure, crash, malfunction, acquire, but we've also seen the nuances, the difference between searching and browsing, the importance of comprehensive. But I agree that go upstairs soon, example, that's maybe the most interesting takeaway from this source.
It really is. It's such a clear reminder that context is everything.
Yeah.
Seemingly non-technical words can become critical instructions.
It just underlines how important it is to pay attention to all the language in technical docs or instructions, not just the obvious tech words. The details around them, the situation, can completely change what a simple phrase means.
Absolutely. Something to keep in mind.
So keep exploring how that context shapes understanding, especially in technical areas. Sometimes the details you might glance over are the most important ones.